The tallest land mammal is the giraffe, an even-toed ungulate belonging to the same family as the camel. The front legs of giraffes may grow up to 10% longer than their back legs. A tall, hoofed animal native to Africa is the giraffe. It is a member of the Giraffe genus. It's the tallest animal on land that's alive. It is also the biggest ruminant on the planet, an even-toed animal that eats its own excrement. Of all the animals, giraffes need the least amount of sleep. They merely require 10 to 2 hours of sleep every day. Typically, giraffes are peaceful creatures. They do, however, hiss, snort, cough, whistle, yell, and moo. The giraffe is easily recognized by its long neck and legs, spotted pattern of tan and white, and characteristic nose cones, or horn-like projections, on top of its head. It is included within the Giraffidae family, which also contains the okapi, a cousin from Central Africa that lives in forests. The reticulated, Rothschild, Nubian, and Maasai subspecies are the 4 that exist. With a vast geographic range, giraffes may be found in many African nations, including Somalia in the east, Niger in the west, South Africa in the south, and Chad in the north. Despite their enormous size, they are nonetheless susceptible to attacks by lions, leopards, wild dogs, and hyenas. Giraffes may be found all throughout the world in zoos, national parks, and wildlife reserves. A mature giraffe's height ranges from 14.1 to 18.7 feet, 4.3 to 5.7 meters. Generally speaking, men are taller than women. Emus are large, hefty creatures. An adult male typically weighs 2,628 pounds, 1,192 kilograms, whereas an adult female typically weighs 1,825 pounds, 828 kilograms. In spite of having elongated necks and legs, giraffes have relatively short bodies. The skin has a thickness of 20 millimeters, 0.79 in, and is primarily gray or tan. The lighter, cream-colored hair of the giraffe coat is spaced between dark blotches or patches that can be orange, brown, chestnut, or almost black in hue. Similar to human fingerprints, every giraffe has a different coat pattern and individual markings. As they become older, male giraffes turn darker. The tail, which is between 80 and 100 centimeters, 31 and 39 inches, long, terminates in a long, black furred tuft that serves as a bug deterrent. Some features of their mother's coat patterns are inherited by calves. Nose cones are protruding, cartilage-based, skin-covered horn-like structures found in both sexes. While the nose cones of mature male giraffes culminate in knobs and sometimes have bald patches on top from rubbing and fighting, those of female giraffes and young giraffes are slender and have tufts of hair on top. Males have thicker, more club-like skulls as they become older, which helps them dominate other males in combat. The animal can use its tongue to reach food hanging from trees above by tilting its head straight upward. Because giraffes have eyes on both sides of their heads, they have excellent vision and a broad field of view due to their enormous height. The retina has a high surface area and the eye is enormous. Giraffes have highly developed senses of smell and hearing. The black tongue of the giraffe is around 18 inches, 18 centimeters, long and prehensile. It is helpful for gently plucking leaves from trees and grabbing foliage. There are no front teeth in the upper jaw. The neck of a giraffe is incredibly long, reaching a maximum length of 2.4 meters, 7.9 feet. There is a mane of short, straight hairs down the neck. Although juveniles have straighter necks and rest at 70 degrees, the neck often rests at an angle of 50 to 60 degrees. Because each cervical vertebra is more than 28 centimeters, 11 inches, long, the neck is quite lengthy. Large muscles that are supported by lengthy dorsal spines support the giraffe's head and neck. Necking is a behavior shown by giraffes. Masculine fights result in necking duels. Giraffes also express affection for one another using their necks. The length of a giraffe's lengthy front and rear legs is almost equal. Large male giraffes have hooves that measure 31 centimeters by 23 centimeters, 12.2 in by 9.1 in circumference. There are just two motions for giraffes, strolling and galloping. Walking is the action of moving one leg on one side of the body, then the other. When galloping, the tail frequently curls up and the rear legs circle the front legs before the latter advance. A sprinting giraffe can achieve 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, and it can maintain 50 kilometers per hour, 31 miles per hour, for a few kilometers. A giraffe lies on its back with its legs curled to rest. The animal lowers its entire body to the ground after kneeling on its front legs. It initially gets on its front knees and then moves its hindquarters onto its back feet in order to stand back up. It then raises the remainder of its body from a kneeling position to a standing position using its front legs while swinging its head to maintain balance. A giraffe will stretch its front legs or bend its knees to reach down and drink. Giraffes often live in wide forests and savannas. Preferring twigs from the acacia subfamily, which provides essential calcium and protein to support the giraffe's development rate, giraffes nibble on tree twigs. In addition, they consume fruit, grass, and plants. Every day, a giraffe consumes about 34 kilograms, 75 pounds, of leaves. When a giraffe ruminates, it chews its food first, swallows it to process it, and then ostentatiously moves the partially chewed cut up its neck and back into its mouth to eat again. Giraffes have a significant impact on the trees they consume, causing young trees to develop more slowly for a few years and creating too tall trees, waistlines. Females are able to procreate all year round. By tasting the female's urine to sense estrus, male giraffes evaluate the fertility of females. A giraffe gives birth to a single child after 400 to 460 days of gestation, however twins are occasionally seen. The height of a baby giraffe is 1.7 to 2 m, 5.6 to 6.6 feet. A few hours after birth, the calf is able to move about. In nursery herds, mothers with calves will congregate and move or browse together. Although they can stay with their moms for up to 14 months, calves can be weaned as early as 6 or 8 months. Males reach sexual maturity at 4 or 5 years old, whereas females reach sexual maturity at 4. For thousands of years, people have been enthralled by the giraffe because of its long neck, legs, and spotted coat. The giraffe represents adaptability, foresight, femininity, fragility, passivity, grace, and beauty in some civilizations. Artworks featuring giraffes might be seen all throughout the African continent. The world's largest rock art petroglyph, a life-size rock carving depicting 2 giraffes from 8,000 years ago, is attributed to the Kiphians. Numerous African folktales explain how the giraffe obtained its height. The Giraffe in Roald Dahl's 1985 book The Giraffe and Pelly and He has a magically extending neck. Since the time of the ancient Egyptians, giraffes have been kept in captivity and were frequently maintained and displayed by affluent Romans. Giraffes have been hunted for sport, traditional medicine, meat, and their skin throughout human history. Due to habitat loss, droughts, human encroachment, and bushmeat hunting, giraffes are classified as vulnerable. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more educational videos.